Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a get ready with me video trying new makeup products. So I do have new makeup from Sephora, new makeup from Ulta, things that are new to me as well. So they might not be new releases, but new to me. And when I tell you today was a great makeup day, I am so happy with pretty much everything that I used. So if you would like to see the way that I achieved today's look and have some girl time, get a snack, do your makeup with me, drink some coffee, let's go ahead and do that together. So if you would like to see how I achieved today's look, just keep on watching. So I already did my brows because that takes me a little bit of time, and I want this video to be more focused on new makeup, new releases. So I do include my brows in other get ready with me videos, so go ahead and check those out and you can see how I do my brows and all of that. I'm just gonna put a little bit of this Flawless Forget the Filler. This is a lip plumping line smoothing gloss, and it's one of the only products that instantly gets rid of the lines on my lips. It plumps them up without it hurting, without it feeling like I have an allergic reaction. Definitely one of the best ones that I have tried, if not the best. I love to prep my lips with Flawless Forget the Filler. Can you tell that I'm just ready for spring vibes? I want color, I want warm weather, I'm tired of not having sun. Anyway, we have some fun products to try out. So I am going to start off with eyes, and I'm going to do very simple eye makeup today because I do love to create beautiful eye makeup for you guys for videos and stuff. But when I go out in the real world, I never wear color eyeshadow. I usually just keep like neutral colors. I'm going to put a little bit of this One Size Turn Up the Base concealer, a little dot in each eye, and I'm just going to blend this all over my eye. This is going to cover any darkness, any veins, and just hold on to your shadow in place so that you don't have any creasing. Today I wanted to use this eyeshadow palette because I have not used this one. This is from Charlotte Tilbury, and this is the Pillow Talk Luxury Palette. So I am going to take a fluffy brush and I'm going to blend in this color right here and just put this all over the crease, and I'm just going to blend this into the brow bone and on the crease as well. This is going to be my transition shade. So how are you guys doing? I feel like January and February were freaking intense for me, and I'm so happy to just be starting a new month. I feel way more organized, more at peace, and way more positive. I had a lot of work, I guess you can say. So now it's starting to feel like I'm back on my routine and it's not as hectic for now because things always pop up. Let me tell you, things always pop up as a mother. And now I'm going to go in with this shade right here, which is a little deeper than the first one that we went in. For this shade, I'm going to go in with the Smith 256 brush, and this is going to be focused more on the outer V down here where the lid is. I try not to bring it too far up, and like I said, very simple eye makeup today. This is a look that you can wear anywhere. It won't feel too crazy, too intense, and I'm kind of just bringing that into the crease around the eye here, and this just gives a little bit more depth to the eye. I'm going to add this really pretty sparkly shade right here, and this is just going to be my lid color. I'm doing this very quickly because I want to get into the new makeup. Ooh, this is so pretty. Do you see the sparkle on that shadow? I was not expecting that, and I do really love these Charlotte Tilbury shadows. They blend like a dream. There are certain eyeshadow formulas where I just feel like it takes forever for me to blend them out, and I hate that. Wow, that is so pretty. I'm just gonna leave it like that. I'm going to curl my lashes because I am going to try the first new product. This was sent to me by Benefit, and this is the new Bounce Bad Gal Mascara. So this is supposed to be a 24-hour volume, smudge proof, clump proof, and flake proof mascara. And the packaging is really interesting for this mascara. I don't know, so different. Okay, so I am going to curl my lashes, and this is the Shiseido eyelash curler. I hate curling my lashes. I always feel like I'm going to poke my eye out or rip my lashes off. So So let's go ahead and let's try this new mascara from Benefit. So here is a mascara wand. I do like that it doesn't feel super duper wet right off the bat. Usually mascaras feel really wet when you first get them and you have to wait a little bit for them to get a little drier. I feel like they work better when they're a little dry. Okay, I'm gonna flip the brush over. I don't even know if I'm doing this right, but so far it is more of like a natural looking mascara though. It's cute. I'm gonna try a second coat to see how dramatic we can get it to look. Okay, so that is probably the most that I would do before. I don't want it to clump up or anything. Definitely really pretty for like every day. It's not super duper dramatic. Okay, so I will say this adds volume, but it doesn't add a lot of length. So if you want something that's super voluminous or like adds very nice volume and makes them look thick and dark, this is really nice. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little bit of my all-time favorite. I added this to my favorites video and I wanted to just put some on in a video so that you can see how quickly I put these lashes on. And these are the Winks by Ardell, and these are the press on lash. Ardell reached out to me a while back and they sent over some lashes. They told me they wanted to send over their favorite or best-selling lashes, and I got a pack of these or 2 packs of these in that box, and ever since I got them I've been repurchasing whenever I run out. My daughter is hooked on them, my mom is hooked on them. You can make them as dramatic as you want. You can just add one to the outer lashes, you can do the entire eye with lashes. Today I think I'm just going to add a few on the corners. So these are the volume style, and they do bring the little tweezers to put them on. This is super simple. So I do start off with the 14 mm on the outer lash. So I just take out one of these little clusters, as you can see, and I like to hold it like this. And another tip that I want to give you, hold your mirror underneath your face. Don't hold it straight forward. It's going to be harder for you to see the root of your lash and where you want to place it. You don't want to place this super close to your skin because they will bother you. So kind of put it right where the hair begins without touching your skin. And we're just going to go underneath. And there you go. And then you could take this and kind of give it a little squeeze. That's what I love about these. Super easy to put on. So we have some outer lengthening, but I am going to add a 12 mm right next to that. And then that's it. I'm not going to add no more. And it does take a little bit of practice, but once you get used to it, you will have them on in under 5 minutes, under 3 minutes. Guys, let's go ahead and let's get into the new makeup. I'm super duper excited. Next up, I want to share this product that I have been really liking for my skin. This is from e.l.f. and this is the Thirst Burst Drops. This is a dewy brightening, kind of like a serum. It's a dupe for the Glow Recipe Watermelon Dewdrop. It has 1% hydrating hibiscus complex and it has 5% niacinamide, which niacinamide is one of my favorite ingredients for skincare, and this wears very nicely underneath makeup. I've already used it like I would say more than 5 times, 6 times. Adds such a beautiful dewy glow to the skin, and the makeup applies really nicely over it. So this is something that I have already tried, but I haven't shared with you guys on the channel. I'll let you know the ones that are like my first time using them. But do you see how hydrated the skin looks? And then I have a primer that is not a new release, but I've heard a lot about this primer and I've never tried it. So I have here the Iconic London Velvet Smooth Pore Refining Primer. And it says, velvet skin is easier to achieve than ever with this cushiony pore refining primer. So I have never tried this. Here is the really cute packaging, by the way. So this one I have never used. We're going to try this right now. And I do have like bigger pores right here. And then I have like a little bit of texture here from when I used to get like really bad acne when I was a teenager. I used to pick at them. So I do have like texture on my forehead, and I want these types of primers that help with texture. But what I like about this one is that the consistency didn't look as thick as other primers, and I want to give this a try and see how I like it. I'm gonna press it into the skin instead of smoothing it so that it can really get into the pores, and we're gonna see how the makeup applies over this. But right off the bat, I like the texture. It doesn't feel drying. It actually feels hydrating. Feels very nice on the skin. And I'm only going to put it in those areas because I want to keep the rest pretty dewy from the e.l.f. product that I used. So what do you guys think? Since you are seeing it on camera, I definitely think that this smoothed out my skin. It looks really pretty, but it still looks hydrated. So this right now is impressing me big time. So I'm definitely gonna enjoy using this. Let's see how the foundation goes on top of it. But so far, amazing. Love it. Okay, next product that I want to try out is from Makeup Forever, and this is their Super Boost Perfecting Moisture Boosting Skin Tint. Very excited about this. I've been seeing a lot of people saying that this is amazing. So here is how the packaging looks, and this is described as a perfecting texture with a buildable coverage from very light to medium, which instantly evens out the complexion for a long-lasting natural finish. And this formula is infused with skincare active ingredients, providing a powerful long-lasting shot of moisture for a visibly more beautiful and plump skin with each application. Super excited. I got it in the shade 4. I'm usually a light, medium, neutral. And I did go to the Sephora store and actually swatch the shades, so I should be okay with the shade. Yeah, that looks like a really good shade. So I am going to do only one side so that we can compare, see the coverage, so you can see the difference. So here we have the product. I'm going to use my Makeup by Mario F4 brush and smooth this out. And immediately I can tell you this blends like a freaking dream. Oh my God. What is that on my nose? You guys. Okay, I have a feeling today's gonna be a good makeup day, I hope. And that primer, oh my God, I'm in love. I recently used the e.l.f. gripping primer, the new one that came out that's supposed to be matte. That was a disaster on my face. This primer feels amazing, and this skin tint, it looks like my skin but better. The shade is perfect. It feels super duper hydrating. Blends out so easy. The texture looks beautiful. So here is my skin just with the iconic London primer, and then here is my skin with the skin tint. OMG. The packaging is a little annoying. I don't know. I'm not too crazy about the packaging, but the product makes up for it. Maybe I'm just using it wrong. Do you see how effortless I can get ready in like 5 minutes with this makeup? 10 minutes. This is like mom friendly. And I agree that it is a light, like a light coverage, light to medium, but it just looks super thin on the skin. And I feel like it is like a medium coverage, but very thin and natural looking. Light to medium coverage, but it did such a good job at evening out my skin tone. I love it. And I don't feel like I have a ton of makeup on my face. So this will definitely be staying in my collection, and I'll be adding it to my rotation. Next up, we are going to put on some blush, and Huda Beauty sent over some blushes. So I am matching with the packaging. So these are the new shades for the blush filter blushes. So we have 3 new shades to choose from. So the names are Sunset Lychee, Intense Guava, and Bubblegum. I think I already used Bubblegum. So today we're gonna do Intense Guava, which kind of fits. You know, we're gonna do spring. We're wearing bright colors. Look how cute this is. I love this packaging for these blushes. They smell good. They're easy to apply. So here it is. We're gonna go ahead and add this first, and then I should do contour first. Yeah, I'm sorry. We're gonna do contour first really quickly, and then we're gonna do that. So I did get another shade of the Rare Beauty. This is the liquid contour, and I got in the shade Solace. I have Mellow, which is like a more light shade, but I wanted to try Solace for like a little bit more of like a contoured look. So I'm only, see, it's darker, definitely darker. I have been using this one a lot. To be honest with you, if you already have the Makeup by Mario liquid bronzer, I think you're good. Like, you don't need this. So if you've never tried any of these like liquid bronzers, then perfect. This is beautiful. It's a nice formula. But if you already have the Makeup by Mario one, I wouldn't recommend you go and pick this one up too, unless you want to get more of like a contour shade and you're around my shade. I do love this shade, So Lace. You see that? It just blended into the skin effortlessly. And I've just been liking way thinner makeup lately. I feel like once we start getting into our 30s and up, the lighter the makeup, just the better it feels and it looks, and it doesn't look cakey and just crunchy. You want to keep your skin very hydrated unless you have oily skin. You don't want to do like super duper glowy makeup, but if you're like me and you have drier skin, definitely more cream products, hydrating products. I do like the way that this gave me, like, it gave me a little bit of color to my skin. I don't look as pale. Super easy to blend out, so I do recommend them. If you don't have a product like this, these are amazing. Guys, I don't even remember the last time in my life that I saw like my jaw popping out a little bit, because it's been so many years since I've been this weight. Once I had my second baby, I just had my second baby, then I had my third. It took me so long to get to where I'm at right now, and I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. So now that we warmed up the skin, now we can go in with the Huda Beauty blush. So this is Intense Guava. I'm gonna start off with 1 dot, then we can add more. It's better to add than to have to take away. If you want like a more natural looking shade, 1 dot is all you need, but we're gonna add a little bit more to see if we can build this up and how the shade looks. So I'm gonna do 2. And these blushes are so easy to blend out. Look at that, like no effort. Barely any effort, and the color is beautiful. I can definitely add more, but I want to keep it there. I think it looks good. So over here I'm gonna do 3 dots. I like to bring my blush up, blend it right underneath the eye into the contour so that you don't have any like separation between your contour or your bronzer and your blush. You want to make sure that you kind of make them meet together. And then I'm also gonna put some right on the nose, whatever's left on my brush. And that Iconic London primer instantly is like a favorite because it just smoothed out the pores in such a nice hydrated way without it looking too matte. Love that. So check out the new shades for the Huda Beauty blushes. So for concealer, this is not new, but the last time I bought this, I got the wrong shade and it was way too dark. So this is the Say Hydra Beam Brightening Hydrating Under Eye Concealer. And this time I got it in the shade HB1.5. So it's a brightening hydrating under eye concealer. My mom really likes this, so I've been trying to try it out, and last time I just did not like the shade. So this is perfect. This is the type of shade that I like. So I am gonna put some right in the corner here, just like that, and then kind of pull outward to lift the eyes, and a little bit here to cover that darkness. You guys, if you have dry skin, these products that I'm using today are gorgeous. We'll just have to see how this sets with powder, and if it sets beautifully, then it is Amy approved. I want to go ahead and set the concealer that I just put on. So before you set your concealer, always go back in and blend any lines, any creasing that you see so that it applies so smoothly. If not, sometimes it sets a little weird and then it looks cakey. So I am going to use the Tower 28, and this is the Get Set pressed powder, and this one is in the shade Palisades Pink. It's really not pink to me. It's more of like a light peachy shade, and I'm just gonna set that concealer. Wow, smooth. And I'm not gonna do a lot because I do want to test out a loose powder, so we're gonna leave it just like this. But that definitely does a great job at setting the makeup. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of bronzer. So I'm gonna be using the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush bronzer, and I'm going to use my Hourglass brush for this. And this is in the shade 2 Medium. It's like a very soft bronze. It's not too crazy, and I can build it up. That is my main goal with bronzer, is that it doesn't start off orange or dark, because it's kind of hard to come back from that. I kind of like to tap my makeup because I didn't set these cream products, so if you start swiping, you could move the makeup around. So lightly tapping is going to give you a really nice finish. And I also like to bronze my neck just to kind of bring everything together, and I do get more pale down here, so just add a little bit of color. Wow, today's makeup is very nice and effortless. It doesn't look too like I did too much. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of this Costa's blush, and this is the Blushes Life, and this is in the shade Butterflies. So also not a new product, but just want to add some blush. I'm just going to add it with like a very fluffy, this is I have no idea. It's a Morphe brush with Ariel, and I'm just gonna kind of swirl it in there. But since it is a more loose, it's not a super packed brush, is not going to give you a crazy application. See that? It just added like a pop of pink, and you can also do the tapping motions. Beautiful. I'm gonna add a little more to the apples. You see that? And on the nose. Now I'm going to go ahead and test out this Costa's Cloud Set Translucent Loose Setting and Blurring Powder. I'm not sure how I feel about this. I already tried it once. I got it in the shade Translucent Candy, which is ultra sheer pink. This is like the pressed powder that is super popular for Costa's. It's amazing. I love to set my makeup with that powder, but for some reason I feel like this one has a little bit of like a sheen to it, and anything that has a sheen to it is going to kind of highlight your pores and your texture. So I love the packaging. Very, very nice packaging. It comes with a lid. I'm gonna go ahead and tap some right here onto the lid, and I'm gonna show you guys what I mean. So I'm gonna press right here, and I'm going to blend it out. Do you see? This is the setting powder that I used from Tower 28, and then here we have the Costa's one, and I feel like it has a sheen to it. The shade is absolutely gorgeous though, so I'm not mad at that. The way that this just blended the blush. Okay, maybe it's not bad. Ooh, I love it. I love it. Let's do the other side. I like to get rid of any excess, kind of push it into there so that it goes on as even as possible. I always like to go one time up and one time down so that whatever you didn't get going up, you're gonna go ahead and get it when you come back down, because our skin it's not flat, you know? We have little grooves. So doing that really helps. Ooh, I love it. What do you guys think? I think it looks really pretty. Put a little bit right here just to set, and right around the mouth. I don't like my mouth to be dewy because then it looks like you have upper lip sweat. All right. So this is going to be added to my rotation as well. I'm gonna keep testing it out. I love the way that it looks with pink blush though. Really pretty. We're pretty much done. I do have a highlight that I wanted to use, but I'm scared that I'm gonna mess up my makeup. But this is from the brand CL. I have been getting into this brand. I also got their like a skin tint or a foundation. I recently got a blush from them, and it was super duper pretty. So this time I got this glow that has SPF 50, and I got it in the shade Piper. Really pretty packaging. I am gonna try one dot to see how this, maybe I should put it on my hand first and apply it with a sponge. So I put some right here in the back of my hand, and I'm just gonna take a sponge and work it into the sponge. Bounce that on the skin. I'm obsessed with everything I'm trying today. No highlight. Still has a little bit of a glow from that powder, but highlight. Also gonna put some on my nose and maybe even a little bit here on the forehead. Blended everything together. Love it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of Makeup by Mario Master Pigment Pro Pencil, the Perfect Brown. I still like to line my waterline. I know not too many people do that, but I just feel like I like it a lot. Then I'm going to take that same shadow that I did on my eyes, and I'm going to just put a little bit on my lower lash line, and this will pull in your eyeshadow look together so beautifully, and also kind of covers up any concealer creasing that you might have. And I try to connect it right here so that it's kind of like going upwards. I went with my mom to Ulta. She came to visit us recently, and I went with my teenage daughter and my mom, and we spent a little bit of time at Ulta, and I saw this, which they contacted me, but then I never received the product, so I don't know what happened. But I was very excited to try this out because I tried a tester in the store, and how did I not know about this? So this is the Beekman 1802. This is the Milkshake Hyaluronic Acid and Squalane Facial Toner Mist. It has mugwort, goat milk, and probiotic extracts, and you're supposed to shake it up, and it creates like one It has 2 layers and they mix together. This gave me almost like the Tatcha Dewy Skin Mist vibes for less. I mean, it's not too much, but I think you do get more product in here. I have to check that out, but watch the difference. So here is my makeup. Yes, we have glow, but this is going to add a different level of hydration to the skin and just is going to blend all the makeup together, melt it all together. So let's do that. We're gonna let that dry. It just literally makes the makeup look like your skin. It just helps to make your makeup look super thin on your face. Like you don't have super cakey makeup. And do you see that? I love that because I have dry skin and you guys know that. Us that have dry skin, we look at oily girls and we're just like drooling because I love how their makeup looks. I know too much oil can probably be super annoying, but you guys look so pretty when you have like a little bit of oil peeking through and all of your makeup is blended together. It is gorgeous. It makes it look like you're not even wearing makeup. So this gives us dry girls that same look. You need it in your life if you have dry skin. Now let's go ahead and let's try a lip product that I am super excited to try out. So this product right here has been going viral. This is the new NYX Lip IVs, and this is a hydrating gloss serum. It also is a lip stain. So I'm very excited about these because I have tried those lip stains where you peel it off, but I don't know, they just don't make me want to go back to it. This one you just wipe off. So we have the shade Hydra Honey and we have the shade Espresso Soak. I think I'm going to go with Espresso Soak. It does look kind of like dark when you're putting it on, but remember you're going to wipe it off. I'm nervous myself. I'm not trying to ruin my makeup. Okay, I'm going to treat it more kind of like a liner. Hopefully I don't mess up my makeup because I need to film. So I'm gonna let this sit there for like, I don't know how many minutes, and then I'm gonna wipe it off. And the claims that I'm seeing, and everyone on TikTok is saying that it's like a crispier line than the other lip stains. Like you can really see the lip stain and it gives your lips a nice shape and it lasts all day. So we're gonna see that. We're gonna see if that's true. So while that dries, I'm gonna put a little bit of lower lash mascara and I'm gonna use the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash Mascara. No sé on. Okay. Definitely. Oh my god, I like this. I mean, I do have like a little bit of like a wonky line there. I love that it added fullness to my top lip. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and go in with a liner. I'm gonna do Wherever Walnut just to fill in those little edges that I didn't get too good. And now I'm just gonna add a little bit of the L'Oreal Ferris Nude lipstick in the center. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of this Makeup by Mario lip gloss. I haven't tried this shade. This is in the shade Dragon Fruit, but I thought it was kind of like perfect for today. So I am going to add some of this lip gloss. Love it. All right, so here is the finished look. What do you guys think? What was your favorite product that I used? Definitely for me, I'm going to say, ooh, there was some really good ones today. But I'm going to pick like my top. So the Kosas loose powder is definitely growing on me and I see the brightness in my under eyes and it definitely set the makeup beautifully. It does add a little bit of a sheen, but I don't think it's showing my texture too much. Definitely the iconic London Velvet Smooth Primer. I recommend 1000% if you want to smooth out texture, but you don't want it to be a super drying formula. Check this one out. The Ciel Glow and Protect Highlight. So this has SPF. It gives you the most beautiful glow. This is a yes from me for sure. The NYX Liquid IVs. Definitely I need more practice to see like how long I'm supposed to leave it and like how to get the perfect shape, but this is one that you can throw in your purse and always have a nice nice lip shade along with a little bit of lip gloss. So definitely recommend these. And the Makeup Forever Super Boost Skin Tint. So good if you have dry skin. If you have oily skin, make sure that you set it down because it does feel very moisturizing on the skin. But if you have dry skin, you're gonna love it. It's going to feel like refreshing on the skin. It's going to feel thin but hydrating at the same time. So today's makeup was really good, and overall I loved all of the products. So that brings me to the end of today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed so that we can have more girl time together in the future. And with that said, I will see you guys in my next video. Ooh, la, la.